Hello, my name is Ryan Nolan, student at CSUCI, California State University Channel Islands, and current enrollee in Clifton Justice's English 330 course. Today I will be speaking about a discourse community I feel personally connected to. So what is a discourse community? A discourse community can be most simply defined as a group of people who share a set of discourses, understood as values and assumptions, and the way these values are communicated. British linguist John Swales specialized in genre analysis and research on discourse communities. His works are the basis of our studies into discourse communities and theory. Swales wrote about 6 characteristics that define a group as a discourse community, so we will analyze them one by one. But before I go further, I want to discuss my choice of a discourse community, one I feel relates to current events in my life. I could think of no better community than the CI business program that we are enrolled in today. This is a unique group with a set of goals and communication methods. Swell's first defining characteristic is a common set of goals. For us in the business program at CI, our goal is to come to class every week to learn skills that relate to business for what could be many reasons, such as job advancement, finding a job in business, or simply for personal knowledge. Our goal as students is to make sure we are maximizing our learning and applying it to our lives. The defining factors of a discourse community help to centralize its message. A community cannot exist or be effective without a goal. In the case of CI, graduation and advancement are these goals. The CI business program has a unique level of communication due to our small class, thus making it easier to interact. Conversations, texts, calls, emails, and other forms of communication are used between students and professors at CI. And due to the tight-knit group in the cohort, the communication is especially helpful in terms of the goal. My CI is a personalized hub for activity regarding CI. This site is crucial in intercommunication for personal use as well as connecting with peers and teachers through various forms of media such as email, Google Docs, and Blackboard. Swell's third point deals with spoken or written language and how information in a group is useful to other members and when relayed through the group implies membership. Genres in a discourse community are developed in order to appropriate a group's ideas. I will come back to this idea later in the presentation. Lexis is specialized terminology, basically the insider information of the group, which may be confusing to outsiders as they are not members of the community. Before finishing Swell's 6 characteristics, I want to define lexis further. Lexis is defined as the level of language consisting of vocabulary, as opposed to syntax or grammar. The group's lexis is structured in such a way that is unique to that discourse. A part of defining a discourse community is through written communication, and how language is a genre in itself. Parts of this include the lexis of the group and inside information, with an example of real life being course roadmaps or different grading methods by professors. A group can have members who leave and are replaced, but there will always be members with more or less expertise. An example is our rotation of professors, who come in every 12 weeks or so to teach and advance the group. Except in exceptional cases of well-knit groups of advanced students already familiar with much of the material, an academic class is unlikely to be a discourse at the outset. Swell's idea of an academic group becoming a discourse group is as follows. Somewhere down the line, broad agreement on goals will be established, a full range of participating mechanisms will be created, and information exchange will flourish. And now back to genre. Clifton Justice states, Previously, the notion of genre was principally applied to literary works and sought to identify literary text types. But modern rhetorical theorists have reconceptualized the idea of genre and now place the emphasis on function rather than form. This quote emphasizes the goal of the group as not only to be defined, but to function at a high level. Carolyn Miller adds, and goes on to advocate, that genres should be studied based on what they accomplish rather than how they adhere to a certain form or hold a particular content. This is the social function of genre. The degree we will earn from CI will have a social function. In conclusion, linguists like Swales have theorized extensively on speech, writing, social groupings, and genre analysis to better understand groups and the complexity of the group with regards to language and speech. I can safely say the group I belong to meets the criteria of a discourse community according to Swales' criteria. This group has the goals and exclusivity needed to fit into this idea. Personally speaking, without definitions or phrasing, this community falls directly in line with my thoughts on discourse. For an academic group to become this cohesive of a unit and stay together for 2 years is a really unique thing, and it will only improve over the next year. Thanks for listening.